Carolina Insider is presented by Wells Fargo, official sponsor of Carolina Athletics. Visit your Carolina Ford dealer, proud partner of Carolina Athletics. Coca-Cola, there's magic when we cheer together. And by Hardison and Cochran, dial 919-ALL-4s for a free legal consultation.
Hello again. Welcome to the latest edition of the Carolina Insider. My name is Jones Angell. We have 30 minutes full of Tar Heels for you. Wish we had better news to get to on the football side of things. Carolina's had such a terrific season, had such a big opportunity on Saturday evening, hoping to move to 10-1 in conference play, but let a 17-0 lead slip away and fell to Georgia Tech, 21-17. We'll show you some footage of that matchup, plus you'll hear from an obviously disappointed Hall of Fame head coach of the Tar Heels, Mack Brown. We'll switch over to the basketball side of things as well. Carolina moved to 3-0 with a win over Gardner-Webb earlier in the week. Wasn't real pretty, but the Heels got it done. We'll see some highlights from that 6-point win, plus hear from Hubert Davis in the postgame. And there's a lot of Olympic sports going on, including field hockey and women's soccer getting deep into the NCAA tournament. Field hockey advancing to the national championship game. They topped Penn State in the national semifinals. Women's soccer moving on to the round of 8. They had a win most recently over BYU in the round of 16. You'll see some highlights from those wins as well. But let's start with first half in Chapel Hill. Things go pretty well in the first half for the Tar Heels against Georgia Tech.
Drake May in the shotgun with Elijah Green to his right. 0-0 our score, and Carolina keeps it on the ground with Green. First plays a big one up the gut. Green's out of the open. Green over the 50. It's a foot race. 30, 20, bye-bye. One play, touchdown, Carolina. Well, that was pretty easy, wasn't it? Tar Heels up 7-0. Georgia Tech 2 of 3 on third downs to this point. He'll show pressure but bail out of it. Rucker providing some pressure at Phommachanh, who's dancing around. He'll go down the sideline, almost intercepted by Duck as he threw it down the sideline on the right side. So told you, Stewart has not missed this year, but this is his longest attempt of the season. Officially a 45-yarder. The snap was bad, and that threw everything off. Stewart's kick barely gets off the ground. Tech did have a field goal that they missed. Second and long. May, play action, now gets out of the pocket left side, a lot of room to run. Is over the 40, 35, has the first down, and gets out of bounds at around the 30-yard line into the Tech sideline. Third and officially 11 here on the first play of the second quarter, going from right to left. May's going to get out of the pocket again, cuts back at the 25, and has the first down as he cradles that football and tumbles to the 19th. Should be the 16th play of the drive for Carolina. It's going to be a field goal attempt from 31 yards off the right hash. Snap back, spot down, Burnett's field goal, rockets right through the uprights, and the Tar Heels do get 3 out of it to go up 10-0. Now they send their receiver Rutherford in motion from left to right again. Phommachanh will throw, gets rid of it right before he is hit, and it is intercepted. Storm Duck took it away from Rutherford on the Tar Heel sideline. What a pick by Duck. Carolina has the football. He's going to throw again on second down. Rips it over the middle. Caught and breaking away is Nesbitt. Nesbitt at the 35. He's at the 30. Stiff-arming a man inside the 20. That big tight end not only made a nice catch, spun away from the defender and churns down the field for a gain of 36 yards. Tar Heels send Nesbitt in motion. Looked a little funky there at the snap as the Heels go to Nesbitt. Front left corner of the end zone, knocked out of bounds just shy by Miles Sim. Little wheel route there. Heels first and goal at the 1. We're going to keep it on the ground. Elijah Green carries a jacket in for the touchdown. Did you enjoy the ride, Clayton Powell-Lee? So Carolina really played a quality first half, but couldn't quite finish a couple of drives. Allowed Georgia Tech a couple of big plays late, and it all adds up to a 17-7 Tar Heel advantage at halftime.
Carolina Insider is presented by Wells Fargo, official sponsor of Carolina Athletics.
Welcome back to the show. Carolina gave up that long touchdown drive right before the half, made you feel like maybe the Heels didn't have as firm a grasp of the game as they wanted to, despite outplaying Georgia Tech in the first half. And then, man, a very, very difficult second half for the Tar Heels, highlighted, unfortunately, by a bunch of offensive mistakes. Carolina had its first red zone turnover of the season on an interception. Carolina had a long touchdown called back due to a holding penalty, had a fumble that they recovered but lost 13 yards, turned a 1st and 10 into 2nd and 23. And, gosh, had one of the best receivers in Tar Heel football history, Josh Downs, drop the potential game-winning touchdown in the end zone. So a difficult second half, as credit to Georgia Tech, made the plays, comes back and win it 21-17. Obviously, Mack Brown disappointed after that one. A great opportunity that the Heels let slip away. Let's hear some from Coach Brown in the postgame.
Very disappointing for us. Uncharacteristically, we really played poorly on offense. We dropped passes. We had 6 sacks. We were 4 of 14 on third downs. We were 2 of 4 on fourth downs, which we've been so good at. And we only scored twice out of 5 times in the red zone and left a lot of points on the board. So give them credit. They were 8 of 15 on third downs, 3 of 3 in the red zone, and kept the ball about 35 minutes. So I didn't do a good job. I didn't have them prepared. I thought we were mature enough to play in what would be called a trap game. I thought we were beyond that after Virginia, but we obviously weren't. So I thought we did a poor job preparing them and didn't play well enough to win. Kept coming back, kept hanging in there, but just didn't make plays. Questions?
What can we learn from succumbing to the trap game, so to speak?
You learn what we say every day. It's not who's got the best team, it's who plays the best on Saturday. And you look at scores every week, and you see things happen like this, and you just don't want to be one of those, and we obviously are.
Josh Downs pretty upset, visibly, obviously after the drop, and then, the sidelines when he first would go off the field, and I think anybody can empathize with that. But what, you talk to him, what did you think of how that ended?
I haven't been able to talk to any of them. I told them about what I just told you, and told them to stay out of trouble tonight and be safe and get some sleep and get ready for NC State. So all of us are disappointed, and he's a competitor, and obviously the whole team's very disappointed.
What would you say to them?
I'd say you're one of the best players we've got, and you're one of the main reasons we've got 9 wins, so get your head back up and start working on next week.
And you got off to a great start, 17-0 up. What changed? Can you put your finger on one thing that happened?
Yeah, we didn't score touchdowns in the red zone. We left 14 points on the board. Off the board in the first half, and then they go down and score very easily right before the half, and we don't, with enough time to come back and score, and then we don't score the first drive of the third quarter, and they come down and score very easily. So it's a 14-point swing when it should have been a 14-point swing for us. The middle five's really, really important, and they took advantage of going into halftime and the momentum coming out, and we never got it back.
You feel like, were you impressed at all by the defense's ability to kind of stay mentally tough and stay tough out in the field?
Yeah, at times we played the best defense we've played. That's what's sad about us not playing as a team. We haven't played as a team all year. We've played quarters. We don't play games. So it's very disappointing.
Was Drake a bit off, and if he wasn't, what else was the problem there?
I think our whole offense was off. You have a 75-yard, 60-yard run call back for a guy that runs over Bryson Nesbitt, and it's thrown really, really late. You have a drop touchdown pass. You have another drop pass that they end up saying it's they thought it was a fumble, a catch and a fumble, and then they rule that one off. It was a night where not one thing happened for us good offensively. I always get afraid when you score on the first play of the game. Everybody relaxes and thinks that, hey, we got this. And I hate it. And it sounds foolish, but I hate it because it for an immature team, a young team like ours, you can get complacent fast. And I thought that's what happened.
Do you think you guys are an immature team?
Tonight we were.
On offense, what do you think
anything led to them being off a little bit? So some passes were missed, drops, calls.
I think we screwed the whole thing up. 6 sacks, can't make third downs, can't make fourth downs, can't score in the red zone, drop passes. We get a first down run where there's a fumble and we lose 13 yards. I mean, there's so many uncharacteristic things that happen tonight.